Well, let's take a quick look here at the New Zealand starting 11. Most notably, Oliver Sale gets his debut in goal. The majority of the players playing here have got under 10 or so caps. Joe Champness will be getting his 4th cap of the day. Dalton Wilkins, the young 22-year-old, with his 2nd appearance for New Zealand. New Zealand will have to lose some of their players as some of their New Zealand and Australia-based contingent travel back to fulfill their obligations with their parent clubs. The ball's played through there. The intention, I think, was target, but he would have been offside with Garbett. And that's nicely played. New Zealand break here. He's onside, Champness. He's cutting in whether he can find anyone, whether he can lay this off, and he does in the end to Howison. New Zealand didn't have quite enough players in the box at that time. That's a bit of a sloppy pass from Dane Ingham. Clayton Lewis claiming he's got the ball there, but the referee disagrees, and we see the first booking of the game as Clayton Lewis goes into the book. Boxall lays it off to Howison. Clayton Lewis spreads a nice little ball there. Bob Rouse takes it. He's up against Upaiga. Feeds it just behind Garbett. But he does well to take it back. Barbara Rouse is here with the cross. Spins it in, and it's just wide of the far post. Andre de Jong sliding in there. But so far, that's the best action of the game. Barbara Rouse's, and in truth be told, de Jong had too much time there in the middle. As well as the Papua New Guinea defence has started, he was given way too much space and time to pick that run. Bob Rouse is looking for the 1-2, which he does. Garbett gives, lovely. Nice head. Brought down there, Tommy Semi in defending. It looks like it could be on the edge of the penalty area. But the decision is for a corner kick. Garbett shields the ball well there from Simon. The ball's fed up to de Jong, and that's a good challenge there from Alwyn Comalong. It's Clayton Lewis with the in-swinger, and that's a good header from de Jong, and Winston Reid just over the bar. In truth, it came to Winston Reid very late, but again, New Zealand showing some prowess here from the wings. Winston Reid with that second header, perhaps just snatched at it somewhat early. How Danny Hay would love to lead this side out in Qatar at the end of the year. As Howison breaks through the lines here, nice pass there from Wilkins. Clips the ball back to de Jong, who was given time, queued up that effort, but he was sliced it. In truth, he had a little bit more time than he realised. Qatar, as mentioned earlier, opening its doors to football from around the globe. It has, of course, been the host of the Club World Cups recently, as Wilkins feeds a ball to Garbett, and that's a fantastic save there from Warasan. Point-blank save. The inquest goes in as to how this ball was allowed to go in. Daniel Joe beaten there way too easily by Howison as the ball fed in. And Garbett really should have scored there, and I think he knows that. The young 19-year-old. The Metro was opened a couple of years ago, which has helped facilitate ease of access between these stadia. And it looks like de Jong could be on side. Champness has rounded Warasan here. And it was a bit of a late flag in the end. The confusion. Most recent of which will be Lusail Stadium, the 80,000-seater stadium, which will host the final of the Qatar World Cup. Oh, that's a nice ball. Champness with a nice bit of trickery there. Couldn't quite evade Comalong, who has been like his shadow today. Come along, all he could do was bring him down in a dangerous area here for New Zealand. But nice footwork there, and I think there'll be no arguments there from Come along. Daningham won't have time to take the throw-in, as that draws an end to a first half. Perhaps some of the passes have been a bit rushed, don't always need to go long quite so quickly. There is time in the midfield, as Barbara Rousers lays off. He'll be wanting that pass there from Ingham. The receiving De Jong, as Warisan, as he has done so often so far, comes to Papua's defence. It does look very clouded there in front of Warisan. That might affect his confidence under the high ball, that little injury he picked up there. And it's headed in. Goal line clearance off the line there. New Zealand players are screaming that the ball crossed the line, but Tommy Semi tried to break away. It didn't, in fact, cross the line. The scores are still 0-0. Wilkins was match for that cross. Gunemba. Nice little turn there from Gunemba, but he's going to need to find a teammate, which he does with a cute back heel. And that's a fantastic header that has gone just wide from substitute Kepo. Well, almost out of nothing. Gunemba with the back heel there. Daniel Joe fizzed in a lovely cross, which Kepo hit a first-time header in Alcor, just north of Doha, maybe 40 minutes or so from this venue. And that will, as this ball comes in, apologies. De Jong with a little flick over there, come along. There's a bit of a misread there, and Warisan potentially could have clattered into the back of De Jong there, but there was real confusion from that pass. Come along left it to Warisan. Warisan didn't know too much about it. And in the end, Daniel Joe scrambled it clear. I thought for a moment perhaps Warisan had failed De Jong. So Ben Old and Ben Waine will be making their debuts, and other players back. Guys like Nando Pigeonacre and Joe Bell. A bit of a rash challenge there from Field, and the ball's been played in, and that's been played quickly, and it's a goal to New Zealand. It is the substitute, Ben Waine, with a nice, quick, clever goal. Whilst the Papuan defence were perhaps caught on their heels, thinking that the free kick was going to be set up and taken. New Zealand with a quick free kick. Cross there for Ben Waine to tap it past Warisan, who has been so good all night. As Logan Rogerson comes off for Champness. Kepo there. Looked like he might have handled it. Asasi. Gobbert's allowed to feed a lovely ball the outside of his foot. Can Ben Waine get there? He doesn't. Warisan this time with the clearance. Rogerson. Kepo. Kepo to Yasasi. Yasasi sending it wide. But Ingham read it. Some good fighting there from Ben Waine. Come along goes down. No foul advantage gives the ref. Costa Barbarausis sends it. And it's gone in, and it's hit the crossbar. Substitute Logan Rogerson with a fantastic diving header there at the back post. Really could have settled this tie for New Zealand. It was a lovely ball. He had all the time in the world and thundered a header there against the crossbar. Come along feeds Sabua. Daniel Joe. That's a good header there from Boxall. Finds Rogerson. Rogerson holds it up well. Can he lay it off? He does. Now Ben Old picks it up. Rogerson with the run. That's real good play there from the midfielder. Rogerson bearing down on goal. He's cutting in. Onto the on-rushing, and that's a fantastic strike from Garbett once more, thundering against the crossbar. What a hit there from the young 19-year-old Garbett. And that really would have capped off a fantastic performance from the 19-year-old. Short corner taken here, and that's a nice piece of skill there from Garbett again. Great header from Boxall, and that's a wonderful save from Warasan. My word, what a save. The 32-year-old veteran, Daniel Joe, wins the second ball. Rather fortuitously comes to him again as Alwyn come along, looks to come up. He's staying up. Yasasi to Komolong. Komolong turns inside and is dispossessed again by Garbett. This time, Rogerson is deemed worthy of a yellow card offence there by the referee. And on comes Tommy Smith. They've been good value for it, New Zealand. Papua New Guinea urged to chase this ball down as the time goes. Rogerson with the win. Felix Komolong brings it down. Rogerson with a good tackle here, and he's breaking clear. He's got Garbett. Garbett sends it to the back, and just wide. And that draws a close to the final piece of action of this fantastic second half. It must be said, the changes that Danny Hay made really proved dividends. So the final score here, Papua New Guinea 0, New Zealand 1.